With the most in-depth high school football coverage in Green Country, Fox 23 presents Tulsa Tech High School Football Tonight.
It's Friday Night Football in Oklahoma. We're down to the wire with only 3 weeks left in the regular season. Teams looking to pull ahead in district play while a few try to stay undefeated. Fox 23 was spread across 13 games in Green Country, bringing you the most football coverage in the state.
You're watching Friday Night Football on Fox 23!
October evening for another wonderful edition of High School Football Tonight. I'm Nathan Thompson, live at the Game of the Week, Muskogee at Jinx. Martina Del Bonta is back at the Fox 23 studios.
That's right, Nathan. We've got a packed show tonight. Highlights of 13 different area games with live reports from 2 of them. Nathan, you're at Jinx, and Fox 23's Andrew Carter, the big McAllister Bishop Kelly District 5A3 matchup. But let's start at Hunter Dwelly Stadium, Nathan.
It's a matchup of 2 teams who've had very different seasons. Jinx is undefeated, ranked number 1 in the state. Muskogee is 1-6 on the year. And to no one's surprise, the Trojans have dominated the series. They've won the last 22 in a row, trying to make it 23 in a row tonight. Great start for Jinx, as you might expect. Cameron Booty with a huge first quarter gets a 10-yard touchdown right here on the Trojans' first offensive series, 7-0 Jinx on top. Later on in the first quarter, it's Cameron Booty again, straight up the middle, carrying tacklers and carrying them into the end zone. 11-yard touchdown run, 14-0 Trojans on top. Still the first quarter, Cameron Booty again, 2-yard touchdown run this time. Jinx up 21-0 after the first quarter. Second quarter now, switching running backs. Kaylin McDavid runs a lot of east and west and gets 20 yards north and south. Finally gets into the end zone, just barely hitting the pylon. 20-yard touchdown run. Trojans up 28-zip. McDavid again, this time only 1-yard TD run, 35-0 and Jinx on top. Ruffers did play some defense, and Jamal Ivey, the big defensive player for the Ruffers, gets the sack of Cooper Nunley right there in the second quarter, and he's not done. Ivey again on the blitz, gets the pressure, knocks Cooper, incompletion right there. Now to the third quarter, Darwin Thompson, another running back for the Trojans, getting a touchdown. Jinx jumped up to a 49-0 lead. Got a little sloppy at the end. That's ruled a fumble. Tavian Davis goes 48 yards for the touchdown, then a high snap on the punt. Can't get off a good one. That would lead to some more Ruffers points. Quintaj Cherry, the quarterback, completes it to Anthony King for the 4-yard TD. That made it 49-14, but that's as close as the Ruffers would get. Trojans win big. 56-14, the final score. Big rushing attack, 320 yards rushing for the Trojans. Cameron Booty had 120 yards and 3 touchdowns. McDavid, 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. Thompson, 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brett Ty also had a touchdown in this game. Big victory for the Trojans. After the game, Mike Wolf caught up with Jinx head coach Alan Trimble.
Got some young guys in the second half. Big win tonight.
Yeah, it's a good win. Thought our kids played well. Had a good first half. Offensive line I was proud of. Defensively played pretty well, and then we had the blessing to get to play some younger guys and hopefully get a lot of experience for them.
And it seems like you got a pretty good stable of running backs.
Well, we got good depth at that position. A lot of guys that do real well. A couple of them are underclassmen, so we're excited about that bunch. They did real well.
I know you got to look at a lot of film, but where do you feel like are some things you guys can continue to work on?
Well, we got to throw and catch it better. We're not efficient enough in the passing game. Our pass protection, I think we can improve on. But we'll watch the film. I'm sure there are other things.
All right, Coach. Thanks so much.
Okay,
So that's 23 straight wins for Jinx over Muskogee. The last time the Ruffers beat the Trojans was back in 1992. Martina, to send it back to the Fox 23 studios, you got some more Class 6A action.
I sure do. Some of those kids weren't probably even born yet in 1992. Let's keep going. Both Union and Bartlesville march into tonight's matchup, having lost only 1 game in district. First quarter here as Bartlesville runs out into the field. Now in the first quarter, no score. Union's Mason Farquhar throws this one to Will Hamilton for a 15-yard gain. Next play, Redskins running back Tyler Atkins. Every week we are saying this guy's name. He gets the handoff and runs for a 9-yard touchdown and put him up 7-0. Later in the first, still 7-0, Farquhar hits a wide open Carson Meyer for a 12-yard gain. That's going to set up this touchdown run by Atkins again as he keeps his balance and runs it in for a 6-yard touchdown. 14-0 Union. Union wins 58-0.
To take on the Edison Eagles.
There's the Eagles trying to pump up the crowd. 4th-ranked Broken Arrow on the road at Edison. BA with a 1st and 10. Colby Key hits Miles Smith with a touchdown. The fans are not happy. That is an awesome, I don't even know what that is. 2nd and 2 now from the 30. Key spreading the wealth this time. Alex Lewis grabs the 30-yard touchdown. Tigers go up 14-0. And this one, folks, was all Broken Arrow with another 1st down. Key tosses up high for Austin Reed, who's able to fall into the end zone. That's a 39-yard touchdown. Broken Arrow wins 70-21. Booker T staying home tonight against Ponca City. We caught this game on Cox hsft.com. 27-0 Booker T. Some trick play here. Cordell Grundy goes to Kyle Mayberry, who's listed as a sophomore quarterback, and launches out into Orlando Johnson. How about some defense here? The ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage, and Raymond Ratliff comes up with the interception. Now this is going to set up this touchdown by Orlando Johnson, and Booker T will go on to win 51-0. Rights to the district title on the line tonight as McAllister and Bishop Kelly hit the field with a win. Bishop Kelly can move into the tie for the district lead. A win for McAllister, though, can pretty much give them the district title. Fox 23's Andrew Carter has been on the sidelines all night. Andrew, how did this game go down?
Martina, you're absolutely right. This game was a very big game. Coming to the game, McAllister was 6-1, Bishop Kelly 5-2. Like you said, district pretty much on the line. So as big of a game as it was it as big as this? McAllister taking on Bishop Kelly on its homecoming, but in the first, it's the Buffaloes taking it to the house. You'll see plenty of Jerome Smith. This score made it 7-0. Before things got a bit sloppy, the Comets in the next possession on 3rd down fumble the handoff, giving McAllister the ball back, but backup quarterback Caden Pratt throws the interception to Jake Poplin, and the Comets, they try to get things going. Thomas Bingham, you know, he's the type of guy to order a drink and hold the ice because he wants all he can get. The huge run for Bingham, but unfortunately for BK, they only get 3 points on the drive. And unfortunately for McAllister, its quarterback gets briefly hurt. Yeah, that's backup quarterback in the 2nd quarter. But that's all right, because how about the 3rd stringer, Jerome Smith, the fastest man on the field, breaks away for his 2nd touchdown of the game. And if you weren't here tonight, folks, you missed the Grinch. Back to the game. Caden Pratt came back in the game later, and he fakes left, throwing right. Cade Hawkins loves the play call because he's going to take full advantage. 60 yards on the touchdown reception. McAllister was doing it all on offense, and how about a little bit defense, too? The Buffaloes doing work on both sides of the ball. This time a Spencer Lewis pass is intercepted by Mason Bumpus. All McAllisters, they go on to win 38-10.
Well, you know, we're a little under our averages. We're averaging in the 50s every game, so this is actually a little different than before. But, you know, we've been very explosive on offense, and we've had some guys that are returning this year that's got a chance to be really good. And, you know, as long as we keep playing like this, we should have a chance.
Unbelievable. Coach Pratt not exactly expecting 38 points. He expected more than that. But in the end, McAllister gets the victory. The big win for them, and I don't even know what to say about this. Bishop Kelly, you made the head for me. It is really fun. Unfortunately for the Comets, not quite as fun as the result was 38-10, as we said, led by Jerome Smith. A couple touchdowns from McAllister's. They take a huge advantage and lead in the district. So as we move forward, we're winding down, as we've been talking about all night. Fans of the Stands does not wind down, though. We're going to be there till the end of the season. Keep sending in your pictures and photos and videos to me at phototeam@fox23.com or my Facebook and Twitter. I don't know. It's been a historic night because of the big head. We'll see what keeps happening with Fans in the Stands. It's been fun. Martina, back to you. Let's keep this going.
Andrew, there's a few things that you wanted in life was your head to be blown up like that and to be asked to homecoming, so hopefully somebody will ask you soon. Speaking of playoff rights, our next matchup between Westmore and Sapulpa have a lot on the line, but in a different way. The loser will be in danger of missing the playoffs. At George Collins Stadium, the cheerleaders trying to pump up the team. First quarter here, Sapulpa ball. Sam Gosh is going to pass this to Dave Williams for the first down. He gets hit hard. He pushed out of bounds. They'll get a field goal on the drive. Sapulpa will go up 3-0. Second quarter now, Sapulpa ball. Sam Gosh again is going to pass this one to Ben Johnson, but look at it. This is a 10-yard touchdown. Sapulpa up 10-0. In the second quarter still. Now we're going to see Westmore have the ball eventually. And a lot of hugs, a lot of celebration right there. Devin Navarro will keep it for a touchdown all by himself. Sapulpa will lead 10-6 at halftime. They missed a 2-point conversion. Now this one was a close one. It was 20-20 and we were stuck at 20 into overtime. But Sapulpa will miss a 27-yard field goal with 10 seconds left. Once again, your final score, Westmore 26-23. Sand Springs took on Stillwater tonight at Memorial Stadium. Let's start in the first quarter here. Stillwater ball. John Littell. Whew, look at that. He's all by himself. Passes that to Brandon Prather for the touchdown. Stillwater goes up 6-0, but they miss the extra point. Still in the first quarter, Sand Springs ball here. Cody Hale passes to Davey Thayer for a big first down. And the Sand Knights, they're knocking. First quarter here. Sand Springs ball, Cody Hale passes one to Dylan Dobbins, who runs it in for the touchdown. The Sand Knights go up 7-6, and this was also another close game, tied in the fourth, and Sand Springs hit a field goal with less than a minute left to win 44-41. Fox 23 swung by Tiger Field as Coweta hosted Grove. First quarter, Coweta ball snap goes directly to Caleb Wheeler, who takes it for a 50-yard run. Gets tackled by two guys there for the first down. Coweta ball still third in the goal. Ryan Fitzsimmons passes that to John Wright, gets his feet in for the 15-yard touchdown pass for it. Puts them up 7-0. Coweta still in the first. Coweta ball on their own 30. Fitzsimmons handoff to Wheeler, and this is a 70-yard touchdown run. Puts them up 14-0. Coweta goes on to win 41-36. Stay tuned for some more scores from Class 5A. Plus, Fox 23 makes a couple more stops in 4A. And don't forget to play the night to see if your team made the cut.
Top-ranked Trojans Ralph the Rufford will break down what makes Jinx so special with analyst Austin Chadwick coming up.
Welcome back to Tulsa Tech High School football tonight.
Right now in Class 4A, there is a four-way tied for the lead. Tangled up in that is both Fort Gibson and Cassia Hall. They face off tonight, where we might be able to see which team will gain some ground. 3 minutes to go in the half. Game tied at 7, and Cassia's Michael Bloomfield hits Reese Lambert. He's making two defenders miss as he breaks free for a 30-yard touchdown. This is going to tie the game at 14 now. Early in the third quarter, still tied at 14, and running back Miguel Rosendo gets the handoff and runs for 16 yards. 2 plays later on 4th down and 6. Bloomfield rolls his right and throws left and hits Lambert again, who gets the ball past the goal line there, and he's in for the 20-yard touchdown catch. 21-7 Cassia Hall. Cassia Hall wins 34-28. SkyTech hosted Memorial. Oh, that guy almost got clotheslined. In the first quarter, Memorial ball, Keith Driver passes to Mike Dean for the 30-yard touchdown. But Barry Sanders' hand out there. 6-0 Memorial as he's making people miss left and right and hits himself in the head. Memorial ball later on. After we see the touchdown celebration, the driver hands off to Kajante Austin. This is another long run, 20-yard as the speedster puts on the Jets. Memorial will go up 13-0. We really love to show everyone giving hugs here. Still in the first quarter. Sky took ball. Steven Upton is going to pass this to Jaron Knight. This will be a 20-yard touchdown. That gets them on the board, 13-6, but Memorial will go on to win 25-23. Love the costumes, folks. East Central on the road in Collinsville. These two teams tied for second place in district. East Central ball. Trayvon Cherry's pass is intercepted by Marcus Tillman. He'll be able to be finally tackled down, and that will give Collinsville the first down. Now looking to get something in the red zone here. Zay McElroy with the quarterback keep, and that'll be a 5-yard touchdown and put them up 7-0. East Central now looking to move the chains, and Cherry's pass to Craig Gunner with 35-yard first down, but that was actually a touchdown. That was Cherry on the keep, and that was a 5-yard touchdown for him to put him up 7-6. Collinsville, though, was going to win 55-34. Let's check back in with Fox 23's Nathan Thompson for some in-depth coverage of our game of the week, Muskogee at Jinx.
Now, Martina, we got Austin Chadwick with us now, our high school football analyst and the publisher of Vipe. It's a great high school football magazine. You should check that out. Big win for the Trojans, 56-14 over Muskogee. And And Jinx dominated the line of scrimmage, 320 yards rushing, and a lot of that Cameron Booty, especially in the first quarter. He finished with 120 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Talk about how good of a player he is.
He is. He's a really good player. You know, he didn't grow up necessarily in the system. You know, he's a move in from Texas, but at the same time, he's starting to get development with that offensive line and the offense in general. And more importantly, there are 2 main things that happen when Jinx starts playing district football. They start learning how to block people. The offensive line starts to gel, and then they really start dialing in on defense. We saw it last week against Westmore. They held the Jaguars to no points. And then again, today, I want to say Muskogee had 100 yards for the whole game and really did a nice job. And you're starting to see that whole team start to gel.
And we talked about Cameron Booty, but also McDavid had 2 touchdowns, 75 yards. Thompson, great last name there. He had 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. You mentioned the defense there a little bit. Let's talk a little bit more about the defense. As you said, I believe 130 yards was the total offense for Muskogee. That's the number we settled on up in the press box. Great performance after what they did against Westmore, and they're just really dominating line of scrimmage as we talked about.
Yeah, and Q Overton's a great presence up front. You know, he sets the tone for that front 7. Trent Tabor, he's going to be the all-time leading tackler here, which is that is an accomplishment in and of itself. Also Luke Thompson. I mean, and then of course you've got Dylan Harding and Stephen Parker in the back end of the defense. So overall, I mean, they've got the talent. They're healthy. They're getting healthier and healthier, and they're playing together as a unit. And you're really starting to see them dial in. Now, this is what Coach Trumbull does every year. He gets into the playoffs, and these guys are humming. They are running in the red line, and they really start playing well, and that's what it looks like they're going to do this year.
All right, great analysis there of the Jinx Trojans, but we're not done. When we come back, we're going to talk some 5A and some 4A, some McAllister Buffaloes, and some Cash-All Commandos who each had some big wins. Martina?
Can't wait to hear from you guys again, Nathan. Fox 23 has you covered for the big game this weekend. Saturday on Fox 23, we'll have a special countdown to kickoff show starting at 1 o'clock. That's ahead of the OU Texas Tech game, so we will see you there tomorrow at 1.
Welcome back to Tulsa Tech High School football tonight.
Thanks for sticking with us here in high school football tonight. I'm Nathan Thompson here live at 100 Dweller Stadium with the high school football analyst, Austin Chadwick. We talked a lot of Jinx Trojans. Let's talk some 5A and some 4A, a couple of top 10 matchups. And we're going to start off in District 5A3. McAllister goes to Bishop Kelly, wins big, 38-10 over the Comets, and the Buffaloes are for real in 5A.
Yeah, they are. They're the best team we have over here on the east side. And Caden Pratt is their quarterback. He's the coach's kid. And what Coach Pratt has done with that program and what they've done to get to this point, they have a lot of experience. They've been in the semifinals. They've gone a long way in 5A. I love this team. And there's another kid, Cade Harkins, number 1. He is their captain on their defense, and he is a stud. I mean, this team can really play. They got athletes all over the place. Even though they lost Devin Rowland, who's now at the University of Tulsa, last year, they still replaced a lot of seniors, and they're very, very good. They're going to give us our best shot to win from the east side in 5A.
And let's go to District 4A4 now. Cassia Hall wins a thriller against Fort Gibson. This one goes to overtime before they win 34-28. And the Commandos are used to rolling through the regular season, but it's been a little tougher this year.
Yeah, and we said, you know, before the season started, Joe Medina has a chance to really have the best coaching year he's ever had, or one of them, from the standpoint that they don't have a whole lot of talent coming back like they've had. They've really had to work with these kids, but as a great program works, they're starting to win games. They beat Poto last week, and then a big win this week, and they just keep rolling along, and they're going to be in that district hunt where a lot of people, including us, we didn't have them winning this district. And so kudos and hats off to Joe Medina and that senior class and what they're doing, because they've really started to develop. They got a young team, and they're getting better and better every week.
They're definitely a young team, much younger than they're used to with all that success they've had over the years, and looks like they're having more success this year. All right, Austin, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the analysis there. And when we come back, we're going to wrap up the Jinx victory here, and of course have our play of the night. You don't want to miss that.
You're watching Friday Night Football on Fox 23.
Welcome back to Tulsa Tech High School football tonight.
Get ready, folks. It's time for our play of the night. This one, all the people in the newsroom loved. And the opening kickoff in the second half, here's Catoosa's Chase Neville, who takes the kick and runs it back for a 95-yard touchdown return. He puts the Jets on, looking like Josh Stewart from Oklahoma State. That was a game that we saw last week on Fox 23. Catoosa would go up 42-0. They end up winning tonight 49-12. Let's head back to Jinx with Fox 23's Nathan Thompson to wrap up the game of the week.
Big win for the
All right, guys, well, we might be able to go back to Nathan Thompson, but as he was wrapping up the game of the week. Now, you guys, tomorrow night, don't forget, tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock is our big countdown to kickoff featuring Oklahoma. And here's the Jinx game of the week. And as you can see, this one was it's one of those games. Jinx remains undefeated as they took on Muskogee tonight, who was 1-6 on the night. And Cameron Booty, you guys, he had an excellent game. He actually scored 3 touchdowns in the first half, and I believe we do have some sound from him from tonight, talking to Cameron Booty about this excellent game that he had. I mean, look at him go. Nobody can stop him. What's going on with Cameron?
Came out strong. Coach told us we got to come out hard, try to get our other kids some reps, just let them get some experience, and we just had to keep fighting.
And keep fighting, they did. Now, Nathan, we actually just heard from Cameron Booty, but what can you tell us from the game of the week that we didn't get to talk about just right now?
Well, that big 56-14 win for Jinx over Muskogee. It was the Trojans' 23rd straight victory over Muskogee, and it's actually the last time the Trojans lost to Muskogee was in 1992, but they did it by dominating both lines of scrimmage. They held Muskogee to only 130 yards of offense in the entire game, and they rushed for 320 themselves. So total domination for the Trojans out here.
For countdown to kickoff at 1 o'clock.